It is now 7 p.m. and I'd like to call to order the May 17th, 2022 business meeting of the Board of Trustees of the Aldine Independent School District. Would you please stand while we present the colors and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag and of Texas.
Onward, pledge, vote. Forward, vote. You will vote. Onward, hold. Carry, hold. Reset. Arms.
Pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Order, arms. Order, arms. Outer wheel. Punch. Forward, punch.
Thank you. You may be seated. We'll ask Ms. Avalos to do the ethics statement, mission, and vision statement, board goals.
The board has adopted an ethics statement that affirms our commitment to ethical conduct. The statement is, the Board of Trustees is committed to and shall perform its duties ethically and according to our strategic priorities. We will model the highest standards of conduct. We will ensure that no personal value system or personal goal interferes with our duty as public servants. The public interest shall be the principle which guides the board in its deliberations and decisions. Our vision statement is, all Aldine ISD students will receive a dynamic and unparalleled education that guarantees choices and opportunities today and in the future. Our mission statement is, Aldine ISD will provide a rigorous and enriching educational experience that prepares every student for success in college, career, and life. The board goals. The board goals as aligned with the district mission are: Goal 1, the percentage of grade 3 students who score at meets grade level or above on STAR reading shall increase from 30% to 40% by June 2025. Goal 2, the percentage of grade 3 students who score at meets grade level or above on STAR math shall increase from 39% to 49% by June 2025. Goal 3, the percentage of graduates who meet the criteria for college, career, and military readiness, CCMR, shall increase from 59% to 69% by August 2025. Goal 4, the percentage of grade 8 students who score at meets grade level or above on STAR math shall increase from 49% to 65% by June 2025.
We extend a warm welcome to everyone present and are pleased that you have joined us tonight, as well as those viewers online, as we celebrate the achievements, review information, and make policy decisions related to the effective operation of Aldine School District. I would like to thank everyone for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us tonight. Let the record reflect that all board members are present tonight. We have approved the minutes of the previous meeting. Do we have a motion?
I move that the minutes of the board workshops on April 19th and April 25th, the minutes of the regular meeting and executive session on April 19th, and the minutes of the special call meeting on May 10th, 2022 be approved as printed.
Thank you, Mr. Mead, for the motion, Ms. Booker. We'll begin the vote with Mr. Mead.
Mead, yes.
Garcia, yes.
Esparza, yes.
Booker, yes.
And I vote yes, the motion passes. We'll now hear from Dr. Katie Rhodey, Chief of Schools.
Good evening, President Bates, Dr. Goffney, and members of the board. As we all know, the last 2 years have been anything but normal. But one thing that I will say is that our athletic teams have been showing what is possible, ensuring the safety of our scholar athletes, and really doing some amazing things. And so I am going to be turning over the microphone to our executive director, Mr. Dre Thompson, who is going to be recognizing athletes from all levels, from middle school all the way through high school. And we have some elementary future athletes here as well that will be entertaining us. So, Dre.
President Bates, Dr. Goffney, and members of the school board. We are here tonight to celebrate the athletic accomplishments for this school year. We will highlight all regional qualifiers, coaches of the year, all district players, and all academic players. These coaches and athletes have inspired, connected, and made an impact throughout their prospective seasons. We have with us, to start it off, is the cheer squad from Conley Elementary. The principal, Ms. Candace Harden, cheer coaches, Mackenzie Robbins, Jasmine Crawl, Vonda Jervis, and Bernita Moore. Please help me applaud and celebrate the Conley cheerleaders.
We shine with success. T-E-S. Blue and gold, a step above the rest. Yell with me. T-E-S. 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 We are Cougars. Let's go Cougars.
Thank you, ladies. Okay, we're gonna start off the introductions. First up, Coach Eastland, head volleyball coach at MacArthur High School. She's back-to-back district champions, and she had with her players Aaliyah Callaway, who will be attending UT Austin, and Jasmine Rutledge, who will be attending Houston Tillotson College. Next up, we have Coach Harrison, Nimitz head volleyball coach. She was 14-6A Coach of the Year with her players Holly Richardson and Taisha Green. Next up, Coach Cisneros, head swim coach at Eisenhower. She was 14-6A Coach of the Year. She have us swimmers, Daniel Sanchez, he'll be swimming at St. Peter's University, and Carolina Sanchez, which made academic All-State. Coach Ariana Davis, head swim coach. He have with him his swimmers, Jalen Watts and Wendy Pereira, who will be attending Texas A&M. Coach Sweat, head golf coach at Eisenhower. And with him, we have golf players Josh West, who is Texas High School Coaches Association Academic All-State, Samantha Guzman, who is also Texas High School Coaches Association Academic All-State. Next, we have Coach Chesser. Coach Chesser is the Nimitz head golf coach, and with him players Michael Wilson and Darren Muse. Okay, we have Coach Fernando Fernandez. He was the interim coach this year at MacArthur. With him, he was 14 6A Coach of the Year as an interim coach. Wow. Which is the first I've seen and heard of that one. So I guess he'll be wanting a job soon, I guess.
He wanted the job.
All right, well, he messed up, he's not here. All right, so we're gonna move to the next one. All right, we have Coach Gonzalez. He's out there, his young man went to the BAM building. But, okay, Coach Gonzalez is the head coach at MacArthur High School. He has the most tenure out of our group. I'm trying to get him to stay on the go for 500 wins. And so he's close to 400 now. So he has with him, and he was also District 14 6A Coach of the Year. And he had with him Ryan Dollar. Ryan Dollar is an all-star game selection, District 14 6A MVP. He signed with University of Houston, and I can tell you at all these MacArthur games, there's pro scouts everywhere. So it's the limit. It's whatever he needs to, he wants. It'll be there waiting on him. Also, we have David Medina, who's also an all-star game selection. Coach Hubbard. Coach Hubbard is the Davis head golf coach. With him, players Stacy Uzo Wuru, all right, all-state academic, and Alan Garon, all-state academic. Coach Van Zant. Coach Van Zant is the Nimitz head basketball girls coach. She was District 14 6A Coach of the Year with her players Kaya Carter and Anil Holmes, both was first team all district. Coach Rito. Coach Rito is the head Nimitz boys basketball coach. In his first season as the coach, he advanced to the area round of the playoffs. And with him, he has players Javarius Thompson and Dominique Damiel. All right, Coach Johnson, Eisenhower head boys basketball coach. He was District 14 6A Coach of the Year. And with him, he had players Keelan Dorsey and Davion Curry. So I knew recruitment, Mr. All right, here we go. Coach Blake. Coach Blake. All right, Coach Blake is the head MacArthur tennis coach. With him, he have players Hector De La Cruz and Jasmine De Leon. Coach Blake is also back-to-back district champs. Coach Cheney. Coach Cheney is the Eisenhower head boys track coach. And with him, he has players Ryan Niblett, who is a UT commit for football, and Tyler Hutchinson. Coach Smith. All right, Coach Smith is the head girls track coach, and with her, she has Kior Gaines. All right, Coach Brazy. Coach Brazy is the Nimitz head cross-country coach. And with him, player Brian Doyle, Jonathan Doyle, Erica Sanchez, Elisa Doyle, and head boys track coach, Coach Westbrooks. Okay, Coach Fleeks. Coach Fleeks is the Nimitz head girls track coach. And with her, she has players Skylar Bennett and Myra Brass. Now, these names I'm reading, these are all regional qualifiers. And we'll explain what regional qualifier means. That's a big deal. Okay, Coach McGrew. Coach McGrew is the head Davis girls track coach, and with her, she has Jayla Brown and Victoria Moss. Coach Archie. Coach Archie is the head MacArthur boys track coach, and with him, he has runners Jason Crampton and Rudy Reyes. Coach Silla. Coach Silla is the MacArthur head cross-country coach, and with him, he has runners Emilio Flores and Giovanni Silva. Coach Bowie. Coach Bowie is a head Aldine cross-country coach, and with him, he has runners Edward Mota and Elder Zunica Villa. All right, Coach Barahona. Coach Barahona is the head boys soccer coach at Aldine High School. He was the District 14 6A Coach of the Year. And with him, he has players Juan Aguilar and Carlos Pena. Coach Zamora. Coach Zamora is the head MacArthur girls soccer coach. He was also 14 6A District Coach of the Year. And with him, he has players Melanie Cruz and Juliet Vega, both with first team all district. All right. Now, I know y'all remember this name, Coach Salvador Fernandez. All right, Coach Salvador Fernandez is the MacArthur head boys coach. He was Tasco Coach of the Year. That's a big deal. 6A regional semifinals. That's a big deal. And with him, he has players Jose Gonzalez, Jay Hernandez, who was 14 6A MVP, regional player of the year, and an all-star selection. All right, now for my middle school. Coach Bissatuni. He's the campus coordinator at Garcia, and under his leadership, Garcia has finished this year with 8th grade boys basketball district champs. They was 8th grade boys soccer district champs, 8th grade boys tennis district champs. Coach Butler. Coach Butler is the campus coordinator at Jones Middle School. Under his leadership, I'm going to take a breath to read this one. All right. He was 8th grade A boys basketball district champs, 7th grade B boys basketball district champs, 7th grade girls basketball district champs, 8th grade B girls basketball district champs, 8th grade A football district champs, 8th grade B football district champs, 7th grade A boys track district champs, 8th grade A boys track district champs, 8th grade A girls track district champs, and 7th grade A girls district champs. Coach Clack. Coach Clack is the campus coordinator at Meade Middle School. On his leadership, he's had the 7th grade, he had the 7th grade boys district champs, 7th grade soccer champs, 7th grade girls soccer district champs, and the 8th grade B volleyball district champs. Coach Solomonson. He's a campus coordinator at Grantham Middle School, and this year they was the 8th grade girls tennis champs. Coach Mims. Coach Mims is the campus coordinator at Hambrick Middle School, and on his leadership, they were the 8th grade girls soccer district champs, 8th grade boys tennis district champs, 8th grade girls tennis district champs. Coach Stanton. Coach Stanton is the campus coordinator at Hoffman Middle School, and they were the 7th grade A volleyball district champs. Coach McDaniel. Coach McDaniel is the campus coordinator at Plummer Middle School. They had the 7th grade A girls basketball district champs, 7th grade A football district champs, 7th grade B football district champs, and 7th grade B volleyball district champs. And last but not least, Coach Marshall, campus coordinator, Teague Middle School. On his leadership, they was the 7th grade A boys basketball district champs and the 8th grade girls basketball district champs. Okay, it's like I told the coaches, we want to be up here still reading. And so we have more wins to, Coach Malik, I'm sorry, Coach, come on. Campus coordinator, Stovall Middle School, and on his leadership, they was 8th grade A volleyball district champs. But as I was stating, next year we plan for the list to be a lot longer. But as you can see, regional qualifies, that's one competition from going state, okay? And so it's a big deal. We have teams make the playoffs, but that's something that should happen, okay? We're gonna acknowledge these area, regional, and state qualifiers because that's the bar we're setting, okay? So this concludes our presentation. On the behalf of the athletic department, coaches, student athletes, we say thank you for your continued support.
And while we're getting a final picture, I'm going to be turning it over to Dr. Bustillos, our Chief Transformation Officer, to recognize some of our campus leaders.
Thank you. Good evening, Board President. Good evening, Board President Bates, Dr. Goffney, and members of the board. Tonight, we're going to recognize our magnet schools. The Magnet Schools of America is a national nonprofit professional education association whose members are schools and school districts. The association represents and is a resource to magnet schools, parents, teachers, school boards, administrators, and business leaders, community organizations, and institutes of higher education. The Magnet Schools of America National Merit Awards Program honors the top magnet schools in the United States. These awards recognize magnet schools that demonstrate commitment to high academic standards, curriculum innovation, and consistent delivery of high-quality educational services to all stakeholders. Magnet Schools of America has established 2 categories of awards. The Magnet School of Excellence Awards, which are given to only a select group of magnet schools that have demonstrated the highest level of excellence in all facets of the merit award application. The Magnet School of Distinction Awards are the second level of awards given to magnet schools that have met all the basic requirements outlined in the merit awards scoring rubric. After a lengthy and rigorous application process, here in Aldine, we are proud to present 7 recipients of the Magnet Schools of America's Merit Awards. School leaders, please come up as I call your school name to receive our certificate. So receiving the Magnet School of Distinction Award, proudly representing our International Baccalaureate IB program, is Cajava Primary and Cajava Elementary School as one. Please come up. Thank you. The next school receiving the distinction award is Shotwell Middle School IB program. Shotwell is also part of their IB program, the middle years program. As we continue for the distinction award for our dynamic fine arts program, Carter Academy. Thank you, Carter. Also continuing with our fine arts program distinction award, Houston Academy. And moving on with this fine arts program distinction award is Carver High School. And also receiving the Magnet School of Distinction Award for our engineering program, Grantham Academy. And as I mentioned, there's only a select group who get the Merit Magnet School of Excellence Award, so we save the best for last. The only school in Texas, I'm going to say that again, the only school in Texas to receive the Magnet School of Excellence Award, Reese Academy. So as you can see, as we continue our magnet schools and choice school programs, Aldine, we're going to continue to build. We're going to continue to expand our programs so that we can continue to get these great recognitions for our students in Aldine. So thank you, board members, for that.
And President Bates, that concludes the spotlight portion of the board meeting. Thank you.
There was a lot of spotlight. Thank you very much. And congratulations to everyone that received awards, but also congratulations to those of you that worked with our kids to give them the opportunity to be successful. And they will do well in life. When you do well like this here, you're setting the stage to do well in life. And so I can promise you that everybody up here is pretty excited about that. We'll now move to the consent agenda items and items for board action tonight. Oh, we're not moving to that. Well, she mispronounced my name quite often, so.
I haven't even been here. You missed me.
I have post-traumatic syndrome from other times that you have. My apologies, please proceed.
President Bates, board members, Dr. Goffney, good evening. I can't promise you I have as many spotlights, but these are just as important, okay? I'd like to first acknowledge the students from Davis High School. They led the JROTC led the presentation of colors. And then the two Conley cheerleaders, they came in a crunch and filled in and helped us lead the Pledge of Allegiance and the pledge to the Texas flag. Many of them are still outside watching, so let's give them a round of applause. So throughout the month of May, our district celebrates Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And this is the fastest growing racial group in the United States. As you know, celebrating the cultures and races in our district is key. In fact, the third most spoken languages are by our Asian American and Asian students. It's Vietnamese. Diversity is a strength here in Aldine, and we and our identity, traditions, and cultures are important to each and every one of us. Our school year will come to a close in just a short couple of weeks, and it has been a success thanks to the collaborative efforts of so many dedicated team members from across the district. They're truly our school superheroes. We've celebrated our superheroes pretty much all month. Earlier, we celebrated National School Nurse Day. and National Teacher Appreciation Week to honor those individuals who do so much to keep our students healthy and learning in the classrooms. This week is National Police Week, a collaborative effort of so many organizations who are dedicated to honoring our law enforcement community. Thank you to our own law enforcement, the Aldine Police Department, for keeping our students, staff, and community safe this school year. In fact, our police department will host a free event, Stop the Hurt, Paint the Convert. Is that what it is? Stop the Hurt, Paint the Convert, this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at MacArthur High School. Come out and have your catalytic converter painted neon green to help prevent your converter from being stolen. If you watch the news, it's an increase. And our police department, also a partner in the community, wants to ensure that our community members and families feel safe. Another team of school superheroes is our family and community engagement team, who go above and beyond to make sure our community has the information and resources they need. And they've hosted several events throughout the year. This week, they will honor their inaugural Family and Community University graduation. 58 parents will walk the stage before friends and family after completing coursework that expanded their knowledge of the choices and opportunities available to them and their students. So congratulations to those graduates early, and thank you, FACE. Of course, I also want to acknowledge that there was an inaugural festival that was hosted this year. It was a specific event, Aldine in Espanol. The event was entirely in Spanish and was an opportunity for our community to learn more about district resources without language being a barrier. If you were there, you saw our students in action, from our mariachis to some of our students who were sharing the information about their schools and the choices across our district. So congratulations to all that were there to learn information, and thank you for celebrating and providing resources to our families. Of course, I want to acknowledge the class of 2022, Mr. Bates. With the graduation ceremony next week, you can feel the anticipation. You can see the excitement in the students' faces. Some of their parents too are very excited about that they'll have a chance to walk across the stage at the M.L. Campbell Education Center. I want to make sure that you view our schedule online. The ceremonies will also be live streamed for those who do not have an opportunity to attend in person. Before I leave, I would like to start with our monthly employee recognitions. As you know, during each regular board meeting, we've set aside time for our department leaders to recognize their employee of the month. They use the district's leadership definition as a guiding standard for each recognition. That is, they will connect with others, inspire themselves and others, and impact student success. We will begin with Chief Paul Cordova, the Chief of Police.
President Bates, Dr. Goffney, and members of the Board of Education. This month, I'd like to present Jonathan Sneed, police officer, as our Employee of the Month. The Aldine ISD Police Department would like to recognize Officer Jonathan Sneed for his exemplary service and dedication to the safety and security of employees, students, visitors of the district. Officer Sneed recently celebrated his one-year anniversary with the Aldine ISD Police Department on May 3rd, 2022. He serves as a campus-based officer at Davis High School. Officer Sneed is a product of Aldine ISD's Eisenhower High School class of 2010. Officer Sneed holds an intermediate police officer certification and is a trusted member of the Aldine ISD Police Department. Officer Sneed is a hard worker, team player, and is available for extra assignments when given. Officer Sneed worked as a district patrol officer before embracing the campus-based police officer position at Davis. Officer Sneed is responsible for protecting the students, staff, and visitors to Davis High School. He has also forged a relationship with the Green Oak Park Homeowners Association, ensuring students from the campus are not causing a disruption throughout the community. Officer Sneed is like a sponge, willing to learn every aspect of the job, and has quickly become a mentor to other new employees with the police department. Officer Sneed is truly dedicated to his job, the community, and Aldine ISD, and he's a shining example for his peers to follow. Please help me in congratulating Officer Jonathan Sneed as the Aldine ISD Police Department's Employee of the Month.
Okay.
Congratulations, Officer Sneed. Mr. Herman Inmorado, Executive Director of Transportation, will present the Employee of the Month from Transportation.
Good evening, Mr. Bates, Dr. Goffney, board members, and those in attendance. This month, I would like to congratulate the Training Academy for being our Employee of the Month. And they are on the way. They are Ms. Miranya Houston, Ashley Valdez, Patricia Lawrence, Pamela Perry, Eric Camacho, Jonzetta, and Stacy Taylor. That's what I said. This amazing team works tirelessly to improve the department and enhance the student bus riding experience. For many new drivers, this is where all begins. The training team is made up of 7 trainers and 1 supervisor, all which are equipped with multiple state certifications tailored to meet the needs of drivers in and outside of the district. Their goal is simple: train the best to transport the best. The tremendous work effort have greatly impacted the transportation department by transforming everyday candidates into polished professionals committed to servicing our precious cargo, the students of Aldine. The academy has always risen to this challenge despite the variety of the circumstances. Although we currently face a driver shortage nationwide, they have trained 60 new drivers this current school year, 27 of them being non-CDL holders. A fun fact, we're actually one of the few school districts who are third party certified by DPS to train and license our drivers. These employees provide some of the best training as suggested by the state, federal, and department policies. This, along with real-world training exercises, behind-the-wheel training, route training, special needs training, and CDL certification is what makes the Training Academy the backbone of the department. So for that, I would like to thank you all.
I think you're going to have to scoot over just a bit. Thank you for your hard work. Mr. Herbert Harris, Executive Director of the Maintenance Department, is here tonight.
Dr. Goffney, members of the Board of Trustees, the Maintenance Department is pleased to announce our Employee of the Month, Lonnie Krasinski from the Electric Department. Lonnie has been working in the Maintenance Department for 5 years. As a technician, his daily commitment to leadership dedication to the department is honorable. Lonnie truly exemplifies the high ideals of scholarship and service to Aldine and its community. I would like to spotlight a few examples of how he connects with the department. Lonnie is an electrician. So at 2, 3, 4 in the morning, when we're trying to get schools up and going in the morning with power outages, Lonnie is that person that's on call. Lonnie also, he makes sure and ensures that all the schools have parking lot lights. So when the teachers arrive in the morning, the lights and everything is working, because he don't mind getting in the bucket truck. And that bucket truck is like 30, 40 feet high. So we would like to congratulate Lonnie, and Lonnie is our Employee of the Month. And we just want you to know we appreciate you. This is the little Pollock.
Thank you, Lonnie. Ms. Susan D'Amico is up next.
Good evening, President Bates, Dr. Goffney, members of the board. I'm very pleased to announce our Employee of the Month, Lisa Castillo. Lisa steadily exhibits the qualities of Aldine ISD leadership, to connect, inspire, and impact. Lisa Castillo has worked in Aldine ISD for about 13 years and is currently the manager at Hinojosa Primary. She connects with her students and ensures that they have the best possible experience. Through remembering all of their names, all of their dietary restrictions, and even which class they are in, she provides a high level of care and customer service. She also connects with the staff and communicates well with her principal, thus ensuring successful outcomes. Lisa Castillo inspires her team through hard work and dedication. She sets standards high, and it shows in her food quality, presentation, and how the kitchen is maintained. Her presence in the kitchen is constant, which displays a servant leadership style that is not often seen. This leadership style and care for the employees has a great impact on the work environment and result in solid teamwork. Thank you, Lisa, for your service to Aldine ISD.
Come on down. Don't be shy. Mr. Patrick Mouton, Executive Director of the Facilities Planning and Construction Department, is up next.
Thank you. President Bates, Dr. Goffney, members of the board and community and guests. It's my pleasure to present the Employee of the Month Award to Chris Cezanne for our construction department. Chris is our department's project coordinator, and Chris's role is to handle all administrative tasks for the project management team and members to keep the projects running smoothly. Chris's role is critical, especially with monitoring and assisting in the vendor badging process for all of our projects, as well as ensuring that all assigned projects are completed according to district's expectations, plans, and specifications. Chris has been with the department for 4 years, and Chris's advanced skills have allowed him to participate in some project management opportunities as well. Chris is a valued employee and has varied skills, which makes him ready and willing to help with any need. The project coordinator positions requires a willingness to take on the not so fun task at inconvenient times. Chris is committed to doing whatever it takes for the benefit of the students, the department, and for Aldine ISD. And we consider ourselves fortunate to have Chris as part of the facilities planning and constructions team. So Chris, thank you for your commitment to the district. I'd like to present you with the award. Thanks, sir. Thank you. I don't know.
Are you gonna take a picture? No? Okay. Okay. Mr. Juan Vargas, Executive Director of Buildings and Properties, will present the Building of the Month.
Good evening, President Bates, Dr. Goffney, members of the board. It's my pleasure to recognize our Building of the Month custodial staff this evening. I would like to recognize the following two leaders. We have with us today the head custodian, Ms. Corinne Beneshan, and we have the intern head custodian, Ms. Melina Niels. Please, if you'll join me. The We Can Do It attitude has made positive difference, has made a big impact in the school, and it makes a difference in our Carver High School team. The combined actions of the group, especially when they are aiming to be effective and efficient, define the meaning of teamwork. Now, this is a really, these two leaders really represent Buildings and Property desire to provide a great service and being effective and efficient. Now, the intern, Ms. Melina Neal and Ms. Corinne Bersham has been helping us. Ms. Bersham has been helping us for 18 years, right? Corinne has been 18 years with us. As Melina Neal has been 4 years with us. Six. She correct me, six. So we also want to thank our custodians at Calvary High School because it takes a team to accomplish that hard task every week, every day. Thank you for the hard work on the daily basis. Without your dedication and diligence, our team will not be able to function as effective as it doing it today. We commend the collaboration also that Corinne and Melina have built at Carver. Collaboration is key, alongside the leadership of the principal, Dr. Robertson. Dr. Robertson was very happy when I visited the school and communicated them, and she has greatly comments and really appreciate your help. So tonight, it's my pleasure to recognize and present Calvary High School with the award of Building of the Month for May 2022. Thank you. Congratulations.
Of course, we can't forget Stacy Smith, Director of Special Programs, who will present the grants received this month.
Good evening, President Bates, board members, Dr. Goffney, administrative leadership, and ladies and gentlemen in our audience, and also joining us virtually at home. In our virtual audience tonight, we're recognizing Escamilla Elementary under the leadership of Principal Susan Rehan. And joining her are Kirsty Polson, Morgan Delaney, Lizette Washington, Ann Gustavus, Anna Pride, Tamika Brown, Abraham Martinez, Valeria Gomez, and Dr. Monica Loas. The teachers that you see before you on the screen tonight have been awarded materials for instruction in their classroom. They range from organization and cleaning and storage products to help the students stay organized, educational manipulatives, snacks and motivational stickers, headphones, manga and graphic novels, and even flexible seating. Dr. Loas, who is the ILS at the campus, received 25 funded projects herself from Donors Choose, and together the teachers were raised $6,895.85. Congratulations. And in our audience this evening will Principal Juan Toscano and Principal at De Santiago Primary and Charlotta Haynes, please come forward. Time spent reading together as a family is a long-term investment in vocabulary exposure. Family reading experiences give children a chance to ask questions about words they don't understand, which leads to more effective reading. Dollar General believes this and has selected De Santiago Primary to receive a grant of $2,000 to support family literacy. Congratulations. Will Principal Denise Winchester of Shotwell Middle School and Jessica Jackson please come forward? Many students do not have books at home, so having access to books at school is essential. Keeping books current, expanding and diversifying school libraries will provide opportunities for students for years to come. Shotwell Middle School has received a little help this year. ILS Jessica Jackson has been awarded a grant from the Laura Bush Foundation in the amount of $5,000. And will Dr. Martha Escalante of the Family and Community Engagement Department please come forward? And joining her, will Tawana Collier please join us? And Tawana is with the Guidance and Counseling Department. Engaging the community and families of Aldine, Dr. Martha Escalante and her staff host outreach Thursdays to visit with families and hear what their needs are. It's also an opportunity to stress the importance of reading. With the support of the Harris County Department of Education and the Harris County Education Foundation, books in English and Spanish will be available to provide to parents to read with their children. The amount of this grant award is $10,000. And many students struggle with mental health challenges that impact their full access to participating in learning. The Mental Health Matters project created by Tawana Collier will provide books and stories that pre-K and kindergarten counselors can utilize to address topics such as trauma, grief, anxiety, as a part of a planned guidance. The amount of their grant award is $9,100. And so the total amount for this evening is $32,995.85.
Thank you, Stacy. Board members, I have a small bit of sad news. We are saddened by the passing of former Aldine ISD board member and namesake, Mr. Otis Parker. He served our district on the Aldine ISD Board of Trustees for 15 years. Earlier this school year, we were able to honor Mr. Parker at the Aldine Young Women's Leadership Academy at Parker ribbon cutting and building dedication ceremony. The team made a call to his family that day, and they were so thrilled to be recognized again. We're thankful for his dedication and service to the Aldine ISD community over years, and we do hope his legacy will live on at Young Women's Leadership Academy. Thank you, Mr. Bates. That completes my report.
Thank you, Mrs. Reed. If we can take a moment of silence in his memory. Thank you. Can I go? We will now move to the consent agenda items and items for board action tonight. The board has had board agenda items in their possession for study and discussed them at length in our study session last night. We appreciate feedback from our community, and as such, we'll hear from citizens regarding any agenda items to be voted on by the board at this time. Ms. Larea, did we receive any online written comments or forms from members of the public who are present?
No, sir, we did not.
Do I hear a motion regarding the consent agenda items?
I move that items C1, D1B, E1 and E2, F1 through F7, H1 to H3, 12A, and L1 and L2 on the consent agenda be approved as presented.
I second that, Mr. Bates.
Thank you for the motion and the second. We'll begin to vote with Mr. Shanklin.
Shanklin, yes.
Avalos, yes.
Booker, yes.
Esparza, yes.
Garcia, yes.
Mid, yes.
I also vote yes, the motion passes. Do I hear a motion regarding executive session items?
Motion for item M3B.
I move that the board approve item M3B to rescind the proposed termination for good cause of term contract for Frederick Delk, assistant principal at Hall Success Academy, and authorize the superintendent to issue notice as discussed in executive session.
Esparza seconds.
Thank you for the motion and the second. We'll begin to vote with Mr. Mead.
Mead, yes.
Garcia, yes.
Esparza, yes.
Booker, yes.
Avalos, yes.
Shanklin, yes.
I also vote yes, that motion passes. Do we have another motion?
Yes, Mr. Bates, motion for item M3C. I move that the board approve item M3C to rescind the proposed termination for good cause of the term contract for Eduardo Juarez, assessment and data specialist at Lewis Middle School, and authorize the superintendent to issue notice as discussed in executive session.
I second.
Thank you for the motion and the second. We'll begin to vote with Mr. Shanklin.
Shanklin, yes.
Avalos, yes.
Booker, yes.
Esparza, yes.
Garcia, yes.
Mead, yes.
I also vote yes, that motion passes. Do we have another motion?
Motion for item M3D. I move that the board approve item M3D, the final termination of term contract for Miriam Casanova, teacher at Eisenhower High School, render a finding that good cause exists to terminate her contract, and authorize the superintendent to issue notice of final termination as discussed in executive session.
I second the motion.
Thank you for the motion and the second. We'll begin to vote with Mr. Mead.
Mead, yes.
Garcia, yes.
Esparza, yes.
Booker, yes.
Avalos, yes.
Shanklin, yes.
I also vote yes, that motion passes. Do we have another motion?
Yes, motion for item M3F. I move that the board approve item M3F, the final termination of term contract for Leonel Rodriguez, teacher at Blanson CTE High School, render a finding of good cause due to abandonment of contract, and authorize the superintendent to issue notice of final termination as discussed in executive session.
Garcia seconds the motion.
Thank you for the motion and the second. We'll begin to vote with Mr. Shanklin.
Shanklin, yes.
Avalos, yes.
Booker, yes.
Esparza, yes.
Garcia, yes.
And Mead, yes.
I also vote yes, that motion passes. Do we have another motion?
Motion for item M3H. I move that the board render a finding that good cause did not exist for employees to resign without consent under section 21.105C and 21.210C of the Texas Education Code, and authorize the superintendent to submit a written complaint for sanctions to State Board of Education certification as discussed in executive session.
I second the motion.
Thank you for the motion and the second. We'll begin to vote with Mr. Mead.
Mead, yes.
Garcia, yes.
Esparza, yes.
Booker, yes.
Avalos, yes.
Shanklin, yes.
I also vote yes, that motion passes. Dr. Goffner, do you have any staff recognitions for this month?
Mr. President, Board of Trustees, we have one staff member to recognize tonight, and we're really excited about the promotion of Brooke Martin from Program Director of Career and Technical Education to Executive Director of Career and Technical Education. She has 12 years of experience in the field of education, with all of those years in Aldine ISD. Brooke Martin is passionate about the work that CTE provides because it is truly the definition of choices and opportunities. As Executive Director, she plans to enhance dual credit and industry-based certifications while leveraging CTE to make a positive impact on accountability. Dr. Todd Davis, our Chief Academic Officer, expressed that Brooke Martin exemplifies the traits of an effective instructional leader on a daily basis. Ms. Martin demonstrates the importance of collaboration, community building, and teacher empowerment. I am confident that her leadership, commitment, and positive energy will advance our CTE programs and significantly increase the choices and opportunities for all our Aldine students. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Brooke Martin.
Thank you so much, Dr. Goffney, Mr. Bates, and boards of the trustees. I'd like to thank you all, as well as Dr. Davis, for charging me with this opportunity. I am beyond thankful for the support and opportunities you have provided for our CTE department. What it's like to be a student in Aldine ISD in the CTE department. Picture this. You are a senior student flying your first solo flight. First and foremost, my trainer would probably be running because of my driving skills. Let's just be honest. Or imagine them preparing a cuisine for a formal dining experience. Those experiences are unparalleled and are why I truly have a love for this CTE department.
I see every day firsthand how hardworking our teachers are to work to ensure the success of our students. I am truly honored to lead a team that has so many dedicated professionals. I plan to take my passion for student success and expand upon the opportunities we provide for our students. I'm looking forward to expanding our working relationships, not just right here in Aldine, but also with post-secondary and business and industry to fully provide a full wraparound experience for our students. I will be a voice for our students and ensure that we are at the forefront of our district. And I promise to lead with students as our priority and teachers in our hearts. It is an honor to be part of such an amazing team, and I truly value their support, dedication, and hard work. I would be remiss if I did not thank Mr. Franklin Higgins for providing a solid foundation within our department that will allow us to spring into this next era. Mr. Higgins, your legacy will truly be left in CTE. Tonight, I have with me my amazing family, my husband, Tony, who is my rock, my support, and here's everything about education. We have our two wonderful rambunctious children, Ava and Liam. And then I also have with me my mom and dad, who have truly taught me that as long as I leave everything on the table, I've done all that I can do. And I promise you that's what I will do today for y'all. So if I could get them to join me, and Dr. Davis, Mr. Higgins, my Drew family, and because all means all in Aldine, anybody who has a direct effect on CTE in this district, please join me in my family because it's all of us that do the work together. Thank you.
Congratulations.
It's okay. Congratulations. Mr. Bates, Board of Trustees, that concludes my announcements for tonight.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The next item on the agenda is the approval of starting salaries for teachers, employee retention bonuses, and raises for the 2022-23. The chair recognizes Dr. Javier Villarreal, Chief Human Resource Officer.
Good evening, Dr. Bates, or Mr. Bates, Dr. Goffney, Board of Trustees. In an effort to remain competitive, we are recommending the following: that the starting salary for new teachers be $61,000 for the 2022-2023 school year. Also recommending a 3% raise for exempt employees, a flat $1,500 raise for non-exempt employees. In addition to that, we are recommending a $1,500 retention bonus for employees who have completed 1 to 4 years of service in Aldine ISD, a $3,000 retention bonus for employees who have completed 5 to 10 years, and a $5,000 retention bonus for employees who have completed 11 plus years in the district. We recommend that you as the board approve the recommended starting salaries for teachers, employee retention bonuses, and raises as presented for the 2022-2023 school year.
Board members, you have heard the recommendations from Dr. Villarreal regarding the starting teacher salary, employee retention bonus, and raises for the 2022-23 school year. Do we have a motion?
Mr. Bates, I move that we accept the recommendations from Dr. Villarreal regarding the starting teacher salary, employee retention bonuses, and raises for the 2022-2023 school year as stated.
Bella Garcia seconds that motion.
Thank you for the motion and the second. We'll begin the vote with Mr. Shanklin.
Shanklin, an enthusiastic yes.
Avalos, yes.
Booker, yes.
Esparza, yes.
Garcia, yes.
Mead, yes.
I also vote yes, that motion passes. Do we have any committee reports or updates?
Mr. Bates, we do not have any at this time.
Thank you very much. This is an open forum for patrons desiring to be heard. It is the portion of the board meeting when the board receives input from members of the public. Ms. Villarreal, did we receive any online written communications?
Ms. Loretta?
Did we?
No, sir, we didn't. Any online?
All right, thank you. Okay, did we receive forms from members of the public who are present?
Yes, sir.
And we do have two. And the first one is Mr. Richard Woods regarding employee recognition. Mr. Woods, are you here? For each person present in the boardroom who wishes to address the board, you will have 3 minutes to speak. There's a timer at the podium and on the wall that will indicate when your 3 minutes are up. When necessary for effective meeting management or to accommodate large numbers of individuals wishing to address the board, the presiding officer may make adjustments to the public comment procedures, including adjusting the time allotted to each speaker. Because of topic posting requirements of the Open Meetings Act, board members are not permitted to answer any questions posed to the board by the patron, and no action can be taken on any issue presented during this time. If you wish to ask questions of the board, you may submit them in writing addressed to the superintendent's office, and the board may consider them at a subsequent meeting. If you are an employee or employee's representative, please be advised that the grievance policy deadlines are not waived. If you have documents to pass out to the board, please identify these documents. Finally, please be aware that the rules of decorum will be enforced during the public comment period. Please refrain from making comments directed at specific individual employees or students by name to avoid any potential breach of confidentiality. If you have complaints regarding specific individuals, please provide those in writing addressed to the superintendent for attention. Each participant is legally responsible for the content and consequences for his or own statements. Mr. Woods, please proceed.
President Bates, distinguished members of the school board, Dr. Goffney, district leaders, colleagues, and members of the community, I want to thank you for the opportunity to stand before you today. My name is Richard Gabriel Woods, and I currently serve as one of the district dropout prevention and student attendance specialists here in Aldine ISD. John Quincy Adams, the sixth president of the United States, once said, quote, "If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader," end quote. During my 19 years as an Aldine ISD employee, I worked with several inspiring leaders, many of whom are in this room as we speak. But I want to tell you about a truly special one, Dr. Charlotte Davis. Ever since Charlotte became my supervisor, she's gone out of her way to help me to develop my leadership capabilities. I have worked on several important projects with her, and she always tells me how much she appreciates my effort. Whenever I speak with her, I feel inspired and empowered. I walked away feeling motivated to continue giving my very best effort. I recently applied to, it was accepted into the dual PhD in Leadership Studies / MBA program at Our Lady of the Lake University, and this is due in part to Charlotte's support. Now, knowing Charlotte, she's probably thinking, no, Richard, this is all you. You're destined for success. Well, as famed actor Denzel Washington once said, quote, "Show me a successful individual and I'll show you someone who had real positive influences in his or her life." I don't care what you do for a living. If you do it well, I'm sure there was someone cheering you on or showing you the way, a mentor, end quote. Thank you, Charlotte, for being such an amazing mentor. Thank you for giving me so many opportunities to develop my leadership skills and for entrusting me with a plethora of responsibilities. Thank you for not only thank you for caring not only about the effort I put into my work, but even more so about caring for me as a person. You will always be a part of whatever success I achieve as a leader, and I will always cherish you. Thank you.
Thank you. Somebody give Dr. Davis a tissue.
Yes.
Ms. Candace Houston.
Good evening, President Bates, Dr. Goffney. I want to first start off by saying thank you to Mr. Mead, Dr. Garcia, Mr. Esparza, Dr. Booker, Ms. Avalos, and Mr. Shanklin for voting on the 3%, the 1,500, and up to 5,000 retention bonus, and the 61,000 first-year teacher. I really hope that help us in retaining our current teachers and recruiting the best. Thank you. Next thing I do want to hope that we take a look at is benefits, because during the budget talk, it was never brought up about the benefits package. We know that the district will not be able to freeze it for another year because it's been frozen about 4 years. And I want employees to be able to see this pay raise. So we really need to start having those talks about the benefits, because I know it's going to go up and it may eat up the pay raise. And so definitely want to encourage to start having those talks sooner than later. The other thing that I do want to mention, I want to go on record, because the district has promoted someone who has a history of having an issue with strong African-American women in the district. It has come to my office several times and where I have tried to handle it informally. I'm not going to call out the department name at this time, nor the individual, but I will state that I will have to bring it to the board if it continues, because what I know is that this district does not tolerate racial discrimination, no matter what race you are. And lastly, I want to invite, I know all of you got the email, but I just want to formally invite you again to our grand gala, where Aldine AFT has reached 1,000 members, and we would not have done that without you all understanding the partnerships and the relationships and the importance of the employees, being heard, because it's really truly about being heard. For that, I just want to commend all of you, because those budget workshops were long and good. I was writing down your questions. Kudos to all of you. Thank you, Dr. Goffney, for your leadership. And I want to give another kudos to Dr. Javier Villarreal, because when I call Dr. V, he's always responsive and have a listening ear. And for that, I'm appreciative for him, and I need to put that on record as well. Thank you.
Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I second.
It's been moved and second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. We are adjourned. It is now 8:12.